Hello Internet, I'm Firebolt and welcome to Beholder. This is a game about sort of managing an apartment complex in a nightmare dystopia. Lovely cheery stuff that we need right now. I shall just start a new game because I think it's fairly short. Dear Karlstein, we are happy to announce you've been appointed the landlord of a Class D apartment block on Krushvice 6? It is sort of vaguely set maybe in the Soviet Union, so sorry if I pronounced some things wrong. You must go there immediately and begin working. We have given you and your family an apartment on the first floor. The experimental drug we injected into your system during your medical exam suppresses your need for sleep. Wonderful. Thus, you will be able to spend more time serving your motherland. Welcome to the elite official rank, Ministry of Allocation. Great.
Karlstein.
Ooh, we get a nice...
We are happy to announce you've been appointed a landlord
of
the Class D apartment block.
Well, then I didn't have to read out the whole thing, because it's about to do it now.
You must arrive there immediately and start working.
I think this has got more here. Maybe? Oh. Oh, great. This bodes well.
You and your family are given an apartment on the first floor. The experimental medicine you've been injected with during the medical checkout suppresses your need for sleep. Thus, you will be able to spend more time serving your motherland.
Oh, great. Like the music. Yeah. It's all sort of run down. Yeah. Very grey. And the last landlord, it appears, is being dragged out as we speak.
Welcome to the elite official rank, Ministry of Allocation.
Oh, great. Apologies if you can hear the fans whirring in the background. This is your boss. Click on him to begin talking when there's a whatever. Yeah, so we get a question. This guy, you must be Carl. Good afternoon. On behalf of the Ministry of Order, I welcome you to your new position. What's going on? We're merely driving pests out of the house. It's of no concern to you. I'll agree because I don't want to be shot and dragged out. As you wish. Your predecessor was unable to cope with the easiest tasks. If a person occupying an important position can't cope with a simple task, there's only one outcome. He did that intentionally, i.e. he became an outlaw. As of now, everything your tenants do is your business. And the word everything means? The word everything means absolutely everything. You will follow their every step and document any suspicious activity. That is, if you want to earn a reputation for being a good public servant. So we're sort of playing as a lackey in this slightly terrifying government. If you're going to be a perfect beholder, document hobbies, interests, and even conversations. How can I do this? Observe and record. Surveillance cameras will help. Let's start at the beginning. Have you ever managed an apartment building before, Carl? Do you need my help? I have played this through, I think, to the end before, but I can't remember exactly how it works because it was a while ago, so I will ask for the tutorial for myself and for you. I need your help. I'll help you, but keep your eyes peeled and don't miss a thing. Here's your journal. Let's locate it on the right side of the screen. Scroll through the tabs to look at it. So we've got various things here. We have a profile of who's in our apartment building. So Maria Swimmer here, apartment 1. I don't know, a lot of these names sound sort of German, so we might be in like East Germany. And we can also repair eventually, we don't have any money right now, the apartments higher up to get more people in. Yeah, so I'm assuming these two are married. Yeah, they're sort of married and middle-aged. This guy is middle-aged, unemployed, and seems to be quite suspicious. He's a tobacco salesman. He used to own the apartment building apparently, and then we have this older couple at the top of the building. So we have an archive employee and a cook. Government directives, this has all the stuff that we need to be watching out for. So the only directive so far is that it's illegal to harbour criminals or hide their actions. So this would mean hiding any information about crimes or having a criminal in your apartment. This is just sort of replies and various stuff here, and then your bills. Anyway, let's get back to surveillance. Set up surveillance cameras in your house to simplify your work. According to our documentation, your predecessor received 2 of them. Find them in your office, which is to the right of this room. So it's also all sort of on a 2D plane here. We just like click to move to various places. It's sort of got a fog of war thing going on where you can only see where you are or where you've got surveillance cameras. We have our desk here, we can search various things. That should be helpful for spying on our tenants and also just sort of getting stuff for ourselves. Anyway, we have 2 surveillance cameras here. If we take both of them, yeah, where are we going to put these cameras? Great, you found the cameras. Install them in the dining hall. Follow me. So we can put cameras in smoke detectors. We can't just put them anywhere though. They have to be somewhere where they could be hidden. So we go here, can install the camera there, and that means that we can see what people are doing in this range. Although I think I can basically see everything happening in my apartment, at least for the moment. Should mean this room's pretty well covered. You're doing fine. Here's your first reward. Spend your money on things you need. You'll find them at the shop. Reputation points show you're standing with the public. You receive them for completing tasks. You can also use them for your personal gain in order to persuade people around you to do what you want them to do. You have to be able to have the second currency here, reputation. Unfortunately, I have issues to deal with at the ministry. However, you can call me at any time from your office using your private line and ask me anything. By the way, Carl, I strongly encourage you to answer the phone. Remember, you and I serve our great people, and completing the orders of the ministry is our bread and butter. Not that we have much of that. It's also our water and air. Here's the main thing. Several tenants are at risk. Your predecessor couldn't handle things. We're hoping you'll do better. Just tell me how. First of all, watch the tenants closely. File a report as soon as you gather evidence. The police will take care of the rest. Between ourselves, our great state can be very grateful to those who do their work well. The ministry can turn a blind eye to forgery and blackmail if they help you achieve your goal. I mean, I'll say this isn't what I expect. That's not particularly anti-ministry. If I were you, I'd be worried about whether or not you're satisfying the ministry's expectations regarding your position. Be slow to call our department. You can always ask your wise tutor for advice. The keys I gave you open every door in the building. Make sure your tenants leave their apartment before you enter it. I think you can sort of check through the keyhole, although I think you can be spotted doing that as well, so you have to sort of sneak around, make sure they don't know you're spying on them, even though I think pretty much everyone knows someone must be spying on them. But I'm sort of their landlord. I have to pretend to be their friend and like I'm not spying on them. Or I could actually help them a bit, even if they are doing something criminal. Many citizens still think their private life is their own business. Make sure it stays this way. Now, get to work. So what's our first task here? Morose says call the ministry to receive instructions. Right, so we find our phone here in our office and give them a call. Just before we do though, I think these icons just basically sort of signify what sort of action they're doing. So if it might pertain to something that could be illegal, then you can see what they're doing without having to sort of guess from what they look like there. Yeah, so as we can see here as well, when we leave this room and can't see through this doorway here, All we can see in here is what the cameras can see, however that is a fair cover of the room there. This is our apartment here, this is a sort of more communal area, and I think that's sort of a laundry room over there. Anyway, yeah, answer the phone. Ministry of Order, your call is accepted. Hello, Carl. You've learned your main duties. Are you ready to receive a task? Ready for a task. Establish surveillance in apartment 2. Jacob Manischek lives there. Yeah, he's this sort of slightly shady character, although that's what we have in our official notes. We don't know whether we can actually rely on them because they may have ulterior motives there. He might be something to do with rebels or something, I don't know. You can always buy the cameras you need at the state shop. Only enter a tenant's apartment when they're not home, and be careful. You can also pause the game here to just sort of take stock, because sometimes it might be necessary. The apartments are actually above ground here, so I think that's apartment 2 there, apartment 1, etc. And these ones we can open up once we get a bit more money coming in. Anyway, slightly ominous bell there. What have we got here? Watch Jacob Manischek. You can buy cameras in the store, search apartment 2, install a camera in apartment 2, and gather data on Jacob Manischek. That's the only task we have right now. And our directives, I think there's a new directive. The production of political propaganda is prohibited. And yes, of course, this is set in 1984. Anyway, go to the shop and we can buy surveillance cameras. However, this is only a small one. If we want ones with a bit of a wider range, we're going to have to get a more expensive one. These actually we get with reputation. However, we can get stuff like an electrician's kit or a cabinet maker's kit. Here, I think generally the stuff that you spend money on is either repairing the apartment or doing stuff for your family. Reputation is what gets you your cameras and stuff, sort of the stuff you might need for doing the ministry's work, I guess, even if it's slightly dubious. Anyway, yeah, we just need to go above ground here. We'll go into this area and see if Jacob's home. Okay, so if we click on this door, I think maybe if we just knock first, see if he's home, just have a little bit of a chat with him. He doesn't seem to be home. No, I can't see anyone inside, so I guess I'll just enter. Though be careful. I think this is my son. I mean, I don't think I want him knowing that I'm just entering people's houses randomly, but just quickly go through here before anyone notices. I think we can sort of hide in various places here, and we can have a little look at this, sort of search through stuff for political propaganda maybe. Nothing in the TV cabinet, and we'll install a camera in the smoke detector here. Won't do much, but it'll sort of give us just a little small window into what he's doing. Have a little look-see around, just keep an eye on outside in case he decides to come home. Nothing in the bookcase. The broken bottle here, currently not suspicious enough. And that bell is really quite terrifying. What's this here? Deck of cards and dice. Currently not suspicious, but it might come under like gambling later. Now we just need to gather data on Jacob Manischek. If we go talk to some other residents, that might be of use. Who's this here? Maria Schwimmer. Get acquainted? Hello, my name is Carl. I'm the new building manager. It's nice to meet you. I'm Maria Schwimmer. Did you bring your family here? We just moved in. It would be nice to meet you. So we can't seem to get any more information there. That's just sort of introducing ourselves. We can find out, I mean, he hasn't been home for a while, which is maybe a little bit suspicious. There's a guy out here. We can trade with this guy. What are you selling today? Take a look. So the stuff here might be a little bit sort of dodgy, perhaps. We can also sell our camera to him for some more money. Yeah, the stuff here, by the looks of it, is mostly luxury, so it might be a little bit... We might need to be careful as to what we're getting from here. Make sure we absolutely need it. We'll leave that for the moment. We also have a time limit on this of 29 hours here. They take the bus every day by the looks of it. Anyway, we'll go talk to our family for a bit, just to keep an eye on upstairs. Talk about work, I guess. I saw the police march a handcuffed person right by me. It frightened me. Who was that, Carl? The previous building manager. He didn't handle his duties well. What a nightmare. Carl, the same thing couldn't happen to you. Don't worry, honey. I'll be a good manager. Not sure about that. And talk to her daughter, I guess. Will you play with me? Not now, Martha. No. Ask about the house. Do you like our new home? I like him very much, and... What? I like him too. We have 3 rooms. We used to have just 1. Moreover, we have a TV. Will they take our TV, Dad? No, honey. Nobody will take it. Also, I don't know how old she is, but like, she's pretty young. I've never seen like a kid use the word moreover. Patrick says they sometimes show a cartoon. Right, she seems happy. We go to our desk. I think that's where we like file out reports on misconduct. I mean, we should probably be keeping some eye out on other residents, but for the moment our assignments, Jacob Manischek, and I haven't seen up here for at least a day, and finally just talked to our son just to sort of complete this. Talk about work. I don't like your new job, Father. Your boss is nasty. Do you like eating good food and studying at the university? When you close? Maybe you'll support us then. I'll try to find a job. I'll study and work at the same time. I hope so. I hate the mines, Father. I'd rather die than work as a slave. Oh, so we talked to him about some more varied stuff. You changed your mind about being a miner? Yeah, same thing. Ask about the news. Right, so he keeps on. So he actually goes out and studies at the university, so he might have some more knowledge about the world we live in. Haven't missed a single class. To be honest, I didn't think you could secure a place in the university for me. Be a diligent student, son. That place costs a lot. I won't let you down, Father. Swear I'd escape if I were sent to a mine. I hate the mines, Father. Yeah. Keep you cool. I've told you 100 times that working in the mines is hard but well respected. And household chores. I'm trying to help around the house. I played with Martha recently. Okay. Still have not seen any sign of Jacob Manischek, and that is worrying me. Bus is back. Maybe Jacob Manischek's on this bus. From what we know, he's unemployed, so don't know where he would be. Anyway, Mark Ranek here. Doesn't seem to want to talk to me right now. Oh, we can talk to him now. What do you want from the archivist? Get acquainted. Yeah, same thing. Mark Ranek is a respected archivist. I have to live in this disgusting apartment. I hope you put everything here in order. I'll do my best. Try harder. You need this more than me. It's about the wife. Rosa works in the cafeteria, always in the kitchen. She loves baking buns and cakes so much she does it for a living. Ah, if it's marked in red, that means it's apparently suspicious. Also, weird directive here. All apples must be destroyed. It is illegal to store or consume them. Okay, interesting. Baking buns and cakes, so I'm guessing that's been marked up because, I don't know, I wish she didn't smell like cabbage. Ah, that's just some information that we gathered there. So she likes to bake and cook. I mean, we can understand that from her job being an actual cook. I don't think we talked to Klaus yet. Name is Klaus Schwimmer. You'll manage the building that used to belong to my family. The previous manager had already turned it into junk. I hope you can fix this. I'll do my best. Ask about the apartment. Did the house belong to you? That's right, it used to belong to my family. I wanted to turn it into a boarding house for gifted children, but it was converted into a residence hall instead. This isn't so bad. You haven't seen the living quarters on level D. You're right, our situation could be worse. At least we're free. One can play chess at liberty. This is expensive, right? So the red text just means that you're gathering a piece of information. Classroom likes to play chess. If that ever becomes illegal, then we know to arrest him or whatever. Anyway, we have some more reputation, which means that we could get a better camera or whatever. That's all that's available for reputation right now. He still seems to be missing here. We're meant to be gathering data on him in like 18 hours, but he hasn't been home yet, and I haven't seen any evidence of him. Ooh, new government directive. Singing in front of the Ministry of Order is prohibited. Doesn't seem like something that Jacob Manashek would be concerned about, but might be worth asking. If we just knock on here, get some more information from, don't know her name. He's sleeping right now. She's coming to the door. Yeah, Rosa Rannoch. Good afternoon. You must have met my naughty husband. We have a son too. He's just like you, but he lives in the capital. Why said naughty? Ask about the son. Oh, our dear boy has become a boss. We haven't seen him in a long time. So long ago. Okay. Mark has been working in the archives his entire life. He likes his job. He deals with a lot of papers, but not many people. He spends his vacation in the company of his fishing rod. Nothing illegal yet. Let me know if you have any problems. Okay, so we talked to everybody but Jacob himself, because he's still missing. I might fail this first task, but like, he literally has not showed up once. I have to pick up the phone. Maybe this is part of the game that like he just doesn't show up, so it's... Or maybe I've just been about to be killed. You failed, Comrade Carl. You were issued a warning and fined 250. Your balance drops below 0. You were fired. Begin your next task. According to our sources, Jacob Manashek is violating state directives. Watch him. Use your cameras. He might be doing something illegal in view. Attach evidence you gather to your report. New government directive. Production of drugs is prohibited. There's some mail outside. Jacob Manashek. I've seen him. The son of the miners' trade union leader was found unconscious after criminals reportedly pumped him full of drugs. He's being treated and rehabilitated at a hospital. The Ministry of Order advised citizens to be alert and interfere with any attempts to manufacture and spread drugs. Remember, your child could be next. Right, we can finally talk to him. What do you want? Get acquainted. Who are you? I'm to introduce myself. My name is Carl, new building manager. Did I win a competition called Who Gives a Damn About the New Building Manager? I don't care about you and your deals. Why are you sniffing around here? Don't you have anything better to do? It's my duty to look after the building. Watch yourself. It's not as though nothing bad could happen to your family. So I'm guessing that new directive and the fact that he hasn't shown up for days means that the thing that he's going to get caught for is drugs or something. And he's not going into his apartment yet. Learn about what happened. He lives in apartment 2. Jacob Manashek. He's a rather... You're talking like right in earshot of him. Unpleasant is not the word. I left him alone in the kitchen and he told me many things. That pig tried to pour her. What? Can't be true. He has the kind of face that makes you believe he could do anything. What if he's at Martha's? She always plays near the porch. It's too nasty to even think about. What a dirtbag. I'll deal with this. Talk seriously. Don't touch my family, you bugger. What will you do to me? Do you think you're the most important person here simply because you've been sent to this place? Go and have lunch, pig. You bugger. I won't leave things like this. Yeah, go cry on your mama's shoulder. Yeah, well, right. So I'm assuming he wasn't meant to show up. He's being sort of nasty right now. He's smoking a pipe right now. Intriguing. Is a pipe technically drugs? I mean, he is a tobacco salesman, so assumingly that's legal. I think I'm free to just take a peek right now. He's doing something vaguely illegal. He's thinking about drugs. He's doing drugs. Report it. Great. We have reports of him doing drugs, and it's also illegal to use foreign currency now. Now we can do a report on Jacob. We've seen he does drugs, or makes drugs, or whatever. Jacob Manashek. Apartment number 2. Violated directive number 6041. So I think he violated it today. Evidence collected, drag materials here. Make sure you filled in every blank correctly and then send. Right. Police went to his apartment. Here they come. Lovely public servants. Let's just go have a chat with these guys. See what's going on here. Doesn't seem to want to chat. I mean, he may as well see the face of the guy that ratted him out. Oh, they're beating him to shit. Wonderful. Oh, doesn't seem to care. People are just going about their business still. New message received. Subject arrested. We got our money back that we lost because whatever. I'm guessing that was sort of meant to teach you something. Anyway, I think there's new news here or some new mail, whatever. Ministry of Truth has noticed a rising interest in philosophy books, including the works of Paul Williams, who died a century ago. His writings describe obsolete ideas that have been proven to be unrealistic, however, they still capture people's mind. The ministry believes the notion of a society without government, in which the freedom of personal choice exists, is dangerous and should be destroyed in all its forms. So now we get into where we making drugs we can sort of see there are negative consequences of, but now we're getting to a point where like people might be arrested for things that aren't really that wrong. So now it's illegal to own a book or read a book by Paul Williams. I'll have to keep an eye out on that. Also, now this apartment has been cleared out. We can repair it, but we need 500 in order to do that. That's also our next assignment, so we need to gather up some money somehow, which I guess would be by selling cameras? I don't know. New government directive. Imported sodas now prohibited. It might also be worth keeping an eye on those sort of things for myself, because I might end up being guilty of something. We can now file sort of more general reports if we wish. I mean, there's profiling a tenant. What does this do? Seems to just sort of report information to somebody. Submit information we have already. He plays chess. We can get money for profiling people. So we just send our other collected materials to the ministry. I mean, this is sort of violating their privacy, but I mean, everything here is kind of doing that. So I think the other guy, who else did we have information on? I think we had information on Rosa Ranek. Yeah, she likes to cook. I mean, you could get that. Wait, what? Oh, profile receipt. I thought I was reading that as like subject arrested. She's doing baking. Anyway, yeah, we now have enough money to fix up an apartment. I didn't know that you could just submit random reports, even if it wasn't illegal. We now have that fixed up, and we can move someone new in. We have Aloysius Spack, a famous cardiosurgeon looking for a long-term rental, guaranteed to be a decent tenant. Jones Pomponido, coal barge bosun, will rent a cuddy for a couple of weeks. I'm more willing to get the doctor in because he might be useful to my family, say someone gets sick or whatever. Anyway, we can now call the ministry up. Ministry of Order. Congratulations, your task was a success. As a reward, we are transferring the following sum to your account. Ooh, 1,250 reputation. Nice. Remember, if you miss a call from the Ministry of Order, you'll be fined. You must be in your apartment at all times and answer the phone when it rings. Even if you're dying, do you understand? Yes. You got rid of the violator? Now survey your tenant's opinions on Swimmer. Find out what other people think about him. Document his characteristics after you're done with the survey. Get to work. Right. Okay, there's something to do with my family here, but there's also stuff about... And it's Shimmer, not Schwimmer, that like I've been saying. And Aloysius Spack has just moved in. Anyway, I think we need to talk to our family to sort of get some information on what's going on with people here. Yes, Father. Do you need anything? I have an issue, Father. What do you want? Economics classes have started, and we were given a list of books to read. The books I need for school. I stopped by the bookstore and they don't have these books. I heard I could get used ones at the market, but they cost a fortune. Can you ask your friend, perhaps someone you know has these books? You talk to wise people. I'm thinking about what I can do for you. Okay, so talk to my daughter. Will you play with me? Not now, Martha. Lost toy? What happened, sweetheart? Something bad happened, Dad. I lost Naira. It's nowhere to be found. Who's Naira? It's my doll. It's my favourite doll, Dad. Will you help me find her? You scared me, Martha. Where did you last play with it? At home. Naira is too small to walk outside. Find her, please. And talk to my wife. Domestic problems? I need your help, honey. I can't find a big enough saucepan. I searched every nook and cranny and have no idea where it is. Maybe someone stole it? Should we call the police? Call the police because of an old saucepan? Don't even think of this. You must have left it in our old house. If you say so, can you ask the tenants about the saucepans? I hope they won't reject the new manager. I'll make a compote for Martha and bring it back. Okay, I'll ask neighbours about saucepan. Right, so now we have to ask about various things. Who might know about economics book? Who might know about Lost Toy? And who might know about saucepans? I would guess Rosa Ranek, since she does cooking, might be good to ask about saucepans. The new guy, the doctor, might know something about textbooks, or the archivist. Anyway, let's at least acquaint ourselves with the new guy. We do still have a camera installed in case he does anything illegal. Meet. I'm here to introduce myself, yeah, etc. I'm honoured. I'm Dr. Aloysius Spack, a physician. You must have heard about me. The entire city did. I haven't, but I'll say, of course I heard. Please don't praise me. I was just doing my duty. Just doing my duty. That's great. Let me know if you need anything. Oh, what problem could I possibly have? Nothing. You're very busy. Anyway, ask him how it's going. Yep, busy, yep. That's a real one. Don't you doubt it. I can cure even a healthy man. I'd say especially healthy. Any education? Are you kidding? I'm dedicated to my life treating people. Your doubts hurt me. Sorry, this is a demanding job. How can you, dear? Here's a good way for you to relax. Just be reasonable. Oh, we have some whiskey. Nice, I guess. His cure seems to be whiskey. Don't disagree. Anyway, he might know something about books. Ask about Klaus Limmer. Dearest Carl, I'm happy to see you. How are you doing? Yep. Everything's fine. I want to ask about so much joy. That's a rare thing nowadays. I'm soothing myself. Aloysius. I'm here to talk about Aloysius. You can't keep worrying about the whole world. The state take care of us. About your neighbour. But no, I keep worrying about our neighbours. I mean all people. You know, oh, sorry, I just got carried away. So what did you want to talk about? About Klaus Schimmer from apartment 1. I just moved in. Oh yeah, of course you did. I'm sure they're all great people, and your Strauss Healer is a great man too. Klaus Schimmer, of course. If only dear Mr. Schimmer smoked less. So that's some information. Smoking kills. If that becomes a government directive, then we have that. I mean, I have actually seen him smoking, so that's something, but we need to talk to various other people about him, and also just talk about the stuff that our family need. Right, Rosa Ranek, she might know about a saucepan. Well, we'll ask about Klaus Schimmer first. Does he bother you? He's a person of worth. He helped me to acquire a nice bottle of Xeres. He's an expert in wine, unlike my grandpa. And saucepan? Do you have a large saucepan, miss? My wife left hers at her old house, and our daughter is asking for comfort. No, dear. My husband and I have lived alone for many years. We don't need anything large. I took everything to the second-hand shop a long time ago. Doesn't seem to have much interesting there, other than he is an expert in wine. Anyway, ask Mark Ranak. What do you need from the archivist? Now, he might have something about books here. Saucepan at least first. Oh yeah. They live in the same place, so whatever. Ask about the latest news. Any news? Ministry of Distribution is working out a plan for the next year. People say the quotas for higher education are being reduced. The most popular department is mining. Did your son study mining too? Yes, he's been sent to the mining college, but we managed to secure a place in the university for him. He'll be an engineer. You're a catch. Ask about books. Mr. Mark, you're an educated person. Where can I find textbooks on economics? The university gave my son a list of books to study, but none of the stores carry them. The library is an option, but there's always a line. What's wrong with the library? It's quiet in there. It's a nice place for a young man to spend time. Can't you spend your money on something more useful than books? Thanks, but I doubt my son appreciates your advice. Okay, he's not much useful either. Anyway, talking about Klaus, what do you want to know? Ooh, give a vague reply? I don't know anything you don't know. Moreover, curiosity is a terrible sin. I had a co-worker who was always poking his nose into other people's business and documents. Ask what happened to him. He was sent to jail. You've learned more than you have to. Goodbye, young man. If anyone's going to know about Klaus, it's going to be his wife. Ask about saucepan first. Can I borrow your saucepan? My wife wants to make a compote. We lost our saucepan while moving in. I have a suitable saucepan. Nice, here it is. Thank you, and we'll bring it back. There's no need for this. My husband and I live alone. We don't touch this. Please accept this as my housewarming gift. Now I feel bad about investigating your husband, but I'll ask. How is your husband doing? He looked upset. Doesn't feel well. He received a parcel containing a reel or film. Klaus liked taking photos. This will cheer him up. Must profile Klaus Schimmer. I think I've spoken to everyone except him so far. And I guess ask how he's doing. Ask about books for Patrick. You're an educated person, Klaus. Where can I find textbooks on economics? The university gave my son a list of books to read, but none of the stores carry them. The library is an option. Yep. Oh, the issue with the library is well known to me. It's not just the lines, the library workers also have to like you, otherwise they'll send you away without any explanation. But I can help you. I have books from when I worked for the counting bureau. I'd be happy if they helped your son study. Everyone should pursue a higher education. Too bad few people agree. You saved my son. Thank you, Klaus. See, now I feel really bad, because, like, he's given me the books, his wife's given me the saucepan, I think it says something about talking to my wife about the lost toy. Have you seen the old doll Martha used to play with? She can't find it. This is why she's upset and afraid to talk to me. Maybe it's behind the wardrobe or under the bed. Or do I have to actually look? Anyway, talk about the saucepan. Yep. It looks like water because we have neither sugar nor apples. It's not my fault that you couldn't get a provision card for sugar. Cheer up, sweetheart. Now we have enough sugar. Anyway, let's just look around the apartment for the doll. We'll give the books to Patrick and then talk about the books. Here are your books. Wow, I'll get to work. I've never even dreamed of such wealth. I might not go to the rat's nests after all. To the library, I mean. And then we can profile Klaus, and then I think that'll be us done. Envelope contains a letter. Don't think that's of interest right now. Just search various places. New government directive. It's legal to wear or sell jeans. Haven't seen it anywhere yet. The warbird, I think she said. We found the old doll. I can't see our daughter right now. I think she's sleeping because it's quite late at night and I don't sleep. Anyway, yeah, do the profile on Klaus. It's an apartment number 1. Male, Maria Schimmer, occupation, tobacco salesman. Yeah, we've got information here. 450. There we go. Send. Call the ministry and report the completion of a task. Write down the number, report task. Ministry of Order. It's time to act, Comrade Carl. You must evict Klaus Schimmer. What? He's not done anything. Ask about Schimmer's wife. What will happen to his wife? We don't care about her. What do you think is best? How can I evict Schimmer? Talk with Schimmer. We'd be fine with him moving out. It would be better if you report him when he violates our directives. This is your duty, Comrade Carl. Right, so now we get to it where they're not even asking about him because he's violated anything. He's just a suspicious person to them and we have no idea why. We have to either find some way to report him and get him thrown out, or we have to convince him to leave. I think we should probably inform him, given that they've done a fair amount for us, these two. We should probably inform him, like, we don't have any information on him, and, well, no, nothing illegal at least. Ask what he needs. Tell me straight, Carl, did you receive an assignment to spy on me? Ooh, okay. I'm going to tell him since they have given us it. I'm not going to threaten him yet. You must be more careful, Comrade Klaus. I'll get right to the point. I've received an order to evict you from the building. What? They want to evict me from my apartment? That's unthinkable. If I could, I would have left this pokey hole a long time ago. Well, my problem shouldn't bother you. Thanks for the warning. What are you going to do? Offer help? I want to help you. Why don't you leave the city? This is suspicious, Carl. Why would you care about me? System talking. I'm not asking out of curiosity. I want to help you. I'm being hunted. It's hard to believe anyone is interested in my troubles. I was sent to the tobacco shop, to that tiny wooden booth near the fish market. They took my absentee certificate. Without it, I'm stuck here. You understand? What's an absentee certificate? You should know such things, Carl. This is the document you need to either enter the strategic facilities or leave the city. Railway stations, ports and roads with checkpoints are all close to me. Why don't you take it? You won't believe me. I received a response from the ministry. The documents were sent to the archives for the data update. They said I could obtain them there. Went to the archives, they said there are no documents left. I spent a week in line to see an inspector about submitting a detection application. 2 months later I was told I used the wrong form for my application and they were out of the one I needed. Damn it. I mean, the documents are lost in the archives. Yes, the documents are in the archive. They say it's a ploy to drive visitors crazy. I don't know if that's a joke or not. The Ministry of Distribution has clean hands. There's nothing we can do about the archives. Let's see what I can do about your absentee certificate. We know someone who does actually work in the archives. We could ask him. But I think I'm probably... Also, there's something to do with Aloysius back here. I need to evict him from this apartment somewhere or another. And I don't think the ministry's going to take no for an answer. We should probably leave it there. Also, it's a relatively short game from what I remember, and I don't want to spoil it all. So that's the sort of first one. I mean, the first assignment you get is with Jacob Manischek. That's sort of supposed to be an easy one. You can spy on him, he's clearly doing something illegal. However, for some reason, the Ministry of Order doesn't like Klaus Schimmer, and he seems to be a decent guy. So we try and help him. I don't know. We could just straight up evict him if we wanted to. Try and catch him out for doing something illegal. We might even be able to plant evidence in his apartment. I don't know. But yeah, it's sort of, this one's a bit trickier morally and also how to actually sort of technically do it. But yeah, I guess it would probably be best to go speak to Mark Ranek about getting that absentee certificate. But for now, I think I'll leave this here and you can go get it. I think there is a sequel as well. I haven't got that, but this is quite good and quite harrowing as well. Anyway, I have been Firebolt and this has been Beholder. Glory to our Stotska.